Yes?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight Precinct. Just think about it for a second. You're a raid.
I've considered it. It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofit. I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I am the finest of nothing. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in.
He's right. There are no airtight theories. Just paranoia.
I've got nothing to say to you.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt.
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the...
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in...
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know that.
He is facing overwhelmingly
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all. Heavily armed.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Pig fuck!
To your left, you hear the lieutenant cock his gun.
We're gonna tear right through. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like Steve.
She doesn't seem to understand the severity of... With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long... The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it. All right. Here we go. Really? None of this. You only have time for one argument.
I am a Grinnell major with over 15 years of live combat experience. Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
Technically, the other man has the biggest gun.
King Reaper. You're right. But you see, I want it to...
Okay, it's not much. Now fire. Fuck them up. Do it. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks? She's gone, you stupid fuck! Sailed off 5 minutes ago.
As you look to the bay, you see a small green sail.
Stay cool! Don't do anything!
The company bitch is gone. Laylee's.
Guys, I just get in the way.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself.
They're huddled close in a formation. Still, the rest will stay dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, I don't fucking act so well. Laylee had a hard-on for making Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner.
As he moves, the interlocking Cortinal. Major.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. All sentenced to death by... Fuck do you mean? Talk.
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic.
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets. If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you.
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
Our colonel did what he had to do. It was either...
In your ship pipes, right in the fucking...
He likes to fire mortars at random coordinates.
He was a good commander. I can see you.
Oh yeah, he would have commanded this fuckhell way better. Fucking murdered him. Had him stink the village up.
Listen, man. We told you we...
Told us what? What did you say? Who said that? Tattoo fuck. You'll die first. Baby blue, yeah. It was creepy, but bitches like that. Find his killer. Cop. His killer stands. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for that.
Big talk, but you got him to admit he's a bad leader. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacier, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left! What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire! You know how much windows cost? She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these are...
We should have arrested her.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
For God's sake, tell him the Hardys didn't do it. Present a case. A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest. Like dice rolling. The kinetic energy of the 9mm.
Go ahead! Give it another try.
This time feels different. You aim tight, as if pulled by a magnet. Your hand goes numb from the explosion, and a plume of smoke erupts from the gun. The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear there is a hole in his cheek. He's not smiling anymore. He's stuck. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves, a low shot rings. You feel a tapping like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as you got hit. The armor took most of it.
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets. An unbelievable shot from Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshots. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the look of vengeance framed in blood. Here it comes, death. You can't. There is no time. Something inside the pain is too immense to scream. It feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is most of what's down there. It's all gone. Open your eyes. No. It's just a fear. Even if the Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop!
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing light.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes, keep talking. You hear me?
But you can't. It's so hard. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there. raising her pistol. Scream immediately. He's gonna die. No, you scream. Behind you, from your blood. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turned. You hear a faint scream. A woman's.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more.
The fight? There is no fight. He's not taking it. And rotting.
He can't go. There is a radio in the distance.
Ours turned to death. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stopped.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple. From
Sunrise, Parabellum. Yes, the joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
the close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant.
It's not ouch time yet. You just go to the door. Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war.
Isn't that written on your...
It served you well. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued. Yes.
A blood-stained killer.
You're an officer of the RCM. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the cuirass. I heard it go off. I was looking for a clear line of sight to him.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive. Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. Forget it. Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out by then. I think you say that no one wants to party with you, and you warned me. I was able to disarm.
Thank you.
I killed her, and that's what happened.
He nods.
This is the one. Everard had their bodies returned to Conel for a funeral. Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly. Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. 3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Theo, he was just too old for combat. All. Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success. But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. And we are still alive.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two.
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was... The bruising in your shoulder is negligible. The armor took the brunt of... We will see. No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. Back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. I'm sure they're worried about you.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really...
I don't know.
He may have some idea, but he's not.
I did. It's part of a detective's task chain.
Actually, you can.
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. Things would be worse if you didn't... Easy now. How are you? Your disco days should have been done quite a while back. I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classiot guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. That was our job to find out, wasn't it? Honestly, I just don't know. Our circle of suspects is dead and gone. It's not a circle at all. It's a... Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the...
He's wrong.
Okay. I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case. It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of...
But they seemed so mysterious.
No need to be melodramatic. Don't be narcissistic. Have the...
That does make some sense. He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Really? Because to me...
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to limp? Good. Where do you want to limp to?
Ballistics. In Classy. Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk.
Let's do that. We can start upstairs in Classius' bedroom. I have not done a thorough sweep after... Another look at the window, perhaps? The one...
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. These papers bear the stamp of the arse.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. I am sure neither...
Next to the stack of bills. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him.
A gift. It's hardly surprising.
You look at her rough. This window is pristine, at least on the inside.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your two-hearted spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. The man looks directly at the woman. The shots post the red thread bisecting the room from the roof outside. Location A prime. The glass maybe if you extrapolate all possible points of origin first, the man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. Ruby ruled this out vehemently. The shot had to come from a greater distance. According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of B prime for boardwalk, 700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. This would explain 1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fault is root. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the. Then there's the thread the witness left. It suggests the bullet came from the island in the bay.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. I remember. She was there that night. She would have known precisely.
She had a long time to think about it after.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, I don't know. At this point...
What difference does it make?
So it is.
For a second he seems tired. He is trying to justify it to himself. There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete.
I understand. Could be the makings of a...
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your... Really cool, man. Yeah. You know, I was about to congratulate you on your great aim, but seeing... Also, you and your partner are staying here...
He thinks it weak to renege on the courtesy he already...
Thank you, sir. And he appreciated...
Well, anyway. Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out though, I don't remember everyone who comes here. And many people wear sunglasses and... Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I...
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Yeah, well, fuck you too then. You have any more questions or Stalin?
He's not too offended.
No problem. They'll come.
Seeing you approach, the bruised...
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening.
His hand is covered in bruises and half plastered. This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Dick Mullen on steroids. Glenn would have liked you had he got...
There's a lump in his throat when he thinks of Glenn.
Dio was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the... But Angus... He was just a stupid kid.
Here it comes. The last one.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. Dennis, you saw him run. He's a mean little shit and I never trusted him. He'd better run real fast now. Real fast. Well, yeah. Memento mori.
Absolutely. Today.
Or you might die of a heart failure or syphilis.
Hey, Fuck you.
First, we're gonna...
I'm going to find Dennis. I'm going to find him.
The tone of the statement is so matter-of-fact. It's as though the lieutenant shakes his head. Go ahead then. Maybe they'll own...
We're hunting that rat down. I guess I'll take a closer look at our... Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing... Don't know? Don't...
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Nope.
He did. He shrugs and tries to look
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in general. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries.
Hell, you both look like...
Thank you for your advice, Eugene.
It sincerely amuses.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right. Take care, coppers.
Copo loco. And then...
Thanks for getting involved, guys.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is...
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer.
I will, Capo. That's a promise.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This...
Good point, Bino.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of "This was Cindy the Skull." The lieutenant crouches, touching.
Looks like it, yes. This is still and blood.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it.
Mon Dieu, officer. Maybe it's time to slow down.
Is this about the questions again?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister.
The graffito has "This was Cindy the Skull." The fuel oil catches fire immediately with a low hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the lettering. The falling snow. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly, the flame.
Officer, what happened? You're limping.
You're not limping. You're you. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead. Hi. I guess you are. I understand. Of course. Can I help? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether.
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day.
Hi. See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat, rocking leads to capsizing. That there is an absolutely 100%. Please be conservative with the fuel.
A skiff with the boat's belly once you get in. Have you made all the... Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What? Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. want to be free from eternity. Disco and fire.
The boat comes to a slow stop in the silence.
Let's go.
The chain trails off into the ocean.
Ah, yes. So it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe?
As a defensive measure, lock it off.
From enemies. Enemies of the
An old cylindrical. The lieutenant puts his hand on the...
It's cold now. But someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired. Downstairs, somewhere? Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazu. The kind that's favored.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator. A hollow ring. The canister is empty.
I don't know. I'm not a...
That is his idea of a joke. A small agony. Minuscule bones may have fractured, but he nods approvingly.
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in...
The wind outside. There's a greasy old...
Someone has been squatting.
You force the rest of the sentence out.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead. Yes, anytime.
You don't have to be a hero. Books and magazines, most are soft covers, among what is mostly commercial fiction and...
Someone's made themselves up.
Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather...
Ooh, yeah. I agree.
Your incendiary remark, wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
Well, yes. That one...
The little books seem inconsequential.
Again, I am not a philosopher, but who...
Interesting. Soft covers. Green paint flecks off the monoblock.
The console of an anti-computer. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could... Nothing happens. The dial slides under the glass, silent.
Insular. We need to restore power before using this, officer. We should look around outside. There are...
The boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland. Let's just look around.
The consul stands by. You see a small metal...
Another part of the island, probably. Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its...
Yeah, on the console just southeast of here. Remember? Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like fuel.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head...
This looks like a good place to aim from.
A single-person mattress, modern, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it. Filled to the brim, the silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand...
Could be a coincidence. Or... I didn't see any signs of...
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you. Like a quite old and grimy from years without cleaning. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your trepidation. A tingling feel. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. The red chimney and collapsed back of the four-story tenement. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny...
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to...
More than that.
I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle.
Cheek against the cheek rest.
Good. I think we have it, detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. Where? I have always assumed it's someone local. We should move now.
The console is powered. powered off and covered in dust.
Possibly.
This device was used to control the This old cylindrical... The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the... There's a red starter switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an...
That should do it.
A dim golden glow animates the console.
It's on. Turn emergency open.
Automatic boot. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
After you. So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we... I don't know. Don't worry. I have a gun.
Harry, this reminds you. You're out of bullets.
Then it's extra good that mine is not.
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock, then spits it out into the extinguished fire, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
My eyesight? Yes, helps me see. I did. And you opened it. I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM. I did.
We have entered a world where he said you shouldn't. It is...
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. It's a Triangong 446.
A Samurai rifle.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinya.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball. Yes, I bet you've... Have you come to make me?
We have come to ask you questions. Nothing more. If you do not comply, we will take you in.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from...
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a...
There does not seem to be a magazine in the well. The rifle's side is...
You're right. It's a good thing.
Oh, wait. Look at him raise his bushy eyebrows. That's a lot. The words, I am.
And what rank would that be, dog? A big wheel of the 4th Regiment.
You were right.
It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb, he stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a...
The future.
The present.
The present, to be afraid. Cold. Real music. Real.
You need to address that remark.
The job of a shitlicker. It is the anthem of the world in Grad, they sang, how did it go? Something about shooting rabbits.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal, the rifle's in a shabby state. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could...
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanty. The right type and the right calibre. I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. The old man keeps following your motion. This looked very much like the murder weapon.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. I am a deserter, a partisan.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM?
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When
51 minus 8 equals 40.
No. I've been on other I was an resurrection until they turned it into a 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to.
What have you been doing?
Hiding, fishing, always waiting for her to return.
Her who?
Girl child, revolution. Always. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The historic opportunity for a revolution has...
What has he done? Perhaps a...
Yes, what? To get things going again?
There is no flame to fan. There is nothing. I was just 16 years old. 15. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were a second is all a reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. It's the same thing.
It remains unclear what it...
And this was... when?
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The combined might of international huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kills.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are...
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid in like airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing, they'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, and then you see it. As it strangles and beats you that the bourgeois are not human.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Yefreto.
I had to. I had to fight it. It's not an island, Dwight. It's a defensive fortification. The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? Yeah, sure you are. You're our CM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow? You don't know. You haven't seen it, the black-eyed angel. How does anyone survive?
Now hold on there.
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater.
How is your health, Mr.
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
He does seem frail. Good for his age. More like...
TRCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities? I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to...
It's the little joys. There's nothing to look over. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Yeah, I don't even know what. Inferno? No wonder. All your minds are rotting from the radio waves. It's disgusting. It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training.
There were posters.
We communards still hoped. and they needed to snuff that hope out. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol at night. I used a dinghy. I only went after dark.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Useless now.
So you've been there?
Sleeping.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walking.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment too. Made broad. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that oil. I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs.
The old man looks across the water.
You're with the RCM. The coalition appoint. You're the RCM. You represent the moralist internet. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can't.
A spray of blood from his mouth. On the black Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
Honor is a feudal atavism. No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideal trained in historical materialism. Then as
the old man does not answer.
His job was to assure the army answers to
scientific communism.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of he nods slowly. Then another tremor.
No, you're not. You're a liberator. All the real communists are dead.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding...
The old man spits into...
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce. I've used it for killing.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or...
There is no after the war.
So he's continued killing after hostility. This is it. You can feel it. Like, this is what you live. The great serotonin, the solution. Go in straight. No euphemism. No. Be careful now. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants...
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again.
Oh, yes. That one.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Rep.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. The gun. The scent of blood in the air. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition.
It's a real gun. Not like you. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real...
Damn, he saw you. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. None of those people mean anything.
You're getting diverted.
So you watched the fight. Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all you...
You don't know anything.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? 4.46 jacketed ammunition. Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like...
Murder.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You damn dill...
You had direct visibility. They are embrased. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. dead fasces.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. Nowhere else. Nowhere in all of... Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind. You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no...
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them. So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away. Classier. With the victim.
Don't leave any loose ends.
Everything is brands with you individually.
Show me the souls, please.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is Sensorique. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden...
The size fits, but not the soul.
Simpler? No. This is another... The lieutenant raises his brow. What are you doing? He's thinking. We almost got...
People change shoes, detective. It was you. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance?
Trying to rack your brains. You're desperate.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. He got your attention. Now you stop beating drug...
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say...
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revish.
The lieutenant raises his right arm. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death. And nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it anyway. And so they...
Mr. Dross, are you aware you confess?
Yes.
And you were looking at them? The victim and a young woman having sex? Through the scope?
The old man.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where you can coax it out of him.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand it.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle?
A rifle scope has the...
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Yes. Think of it as a form of...
He will not stop now. You've got him going. Connect every little... Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to ramble.
3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came in...
Joyce. He means...
Wrinkled up whore. Yes. Old-fashioned. They moved into a deserted apartment above the roundabout. Radio equipment. I've seen their kind during the landing. Barely alive. They like to kill while they're on there. I could see they've returned now. To them. Fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy. And I wanted to see his head explode. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head.
He wants to see her covered. To punish her.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw...
Past the fell building on the coast?
Hiding something in the water. Her passport and tickets to Villiers after she was...
Did you keep what was in it? When we...
No. Why would I do that? I didn't...
This implies that he's also a little inconsistency here.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers. You didn't say Clasia in there. It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I did. She had a face like an archipelago. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run.
You could tell she was a spook? From the...
She had different color hair on the photo. And glasses.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
He must have climbed to the roof, maybe.
I have my ways.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling rags. Those were your...
I've been through all of my...
Thank God, Lieutenant.
That nuke too?
Yes, that too. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't...
Those two took... You hear the familiar... One more loose end down. We're doing this.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all up. She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do. Made a little love nest up there. Sweaty linen.
A red-haired woman?
That kind of thing is fine by the party.
Seems like the answer was yes.
There's no...
The coals of his eyes glisten.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, yes, over the years. It's not... No. I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, the day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things Maybe I told you. Well, if you came 10 years ago, I would...
In the silence, the lieutenant drew one more down.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you. That's it. Motive. We have...
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen...
Safe and sound, sire. Surely you have not misplaced the witness.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope that she'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof.
He knew she knows. She was looking at the island.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done, but you could get more out of him. Enough. Take him in. Bend it.
A tragic comedy. Druggy. Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He led some nihilist, not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more intense, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her. The worst is that old cock parading around it. Every morning he's there. While the parasites he fought, that's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout, we did good when we pushed him under the horse.
The disco whores are too much. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising.
Whores. Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted. The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander, and he still went on to govern Revachol for 20. What a keen remark. Yes, it is. It forgot. The party had each of the 141. Some advertising cockroaches used their accumulated capital to air another hideous disappointment.
Disappointment. So personal.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to...
Edgar.
He talks a big game about uprising.
He's been sweet-talked by this Edgar. They must have...
You can't live alone.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their...
Of course. Maybe they don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar,
Again? What have you done for Edgar?
tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't.
That is a euphemism. There is more here, but you may not have. This has to be one of the mysteries you never got to see.
Every fucking morning for 34 years, royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the... I remember him from Lanos. Not that one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant. Just begging to be... Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair.
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately. Struck.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
No. I waited too long. I waited too long, and now...
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for...
They're all dead now.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad...
And I blew them all. What does it matter? All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his... Fuck you. You think I haven't seen people die?
He's not okay. This is just another black day.
Glad we talked about what?
His lip curls into...
Glad we talked about what? What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on it.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the...
Maybe we could all fit in there. Actually, no. Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him.
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
This is a problem. Who watches over him while I come back?
What is this farce?
Lillian. You could ask her, maybe.
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This...
No, listen. Listen now.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the...
This world? What are you talking?
The wind is cold. Your skin is crawling suddenly. A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the...
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun hand rides.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small...
I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly.
Be very, very careful.
The creature creature stands on long stilt-like legs, and the segmented antennae move with apprehension. So reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss. Like slowly, with your breath held, you take hissing and clicking. It extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid.
I got it.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, it is surprisingly delicate. The curly end of the whisker looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is much smaller than...
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen. It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod tower is odorless, mostly comprised of wood. The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. Warning! A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awake. Some sort of countdown process is happening. Another shudder passes through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before. Like burnt roses.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. What is your illness? For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. Now I will tell you how it is for me. Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting. Are you sure? Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced the missing antenna. Yes, the leg tried to move around independently. Yes, thankfully someone ate it.
This would explain its antenna being smaller. Officially, it was the 3 meters tall stick insect.
Yes, I am lucky. It is nothing compared to the horror that is you. So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. I can also detect pheromones. The ones on you tell me that you will not eat me, and that no, you are awake. I am real. Not even the birds know that. Not even the water. I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it.
Wait, so...
Yes, they don't mind. Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmalia, endemic to the Insulandian Isthmus. No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government. No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively new. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. Darius, it is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you. You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars, but we suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped...
Instead of air, you exhale thought.
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. Please, do not do that again. No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation. Simian Butcher. Soon, one of you.
It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? I think you should back away from the unstudied species now. It doesn't look like that, no. No. What's going on? Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
No, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For you cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully she was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe. Suddenly, there is silence. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent, praying to you. Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations as it moves. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, and something under it, in the place it's gone.
Apparently, yes, like a water strider. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to...
Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown. It would have looked very impressive. Still, you found it all. Now you... This passport, issued by the Sovereign
Classia's hidden documents.
It's Clausia, with short black hair and...
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was, hiding... Perhaps. But that still doesn't explain how. Like a magpie? Well, I can see how the helmet could... She said it would be for Anouk Meyer's...
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real...
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now. I don't know. But it's not Katarzyna. Perhaps it's better that we didn't...
What is it? What do you want from it? See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, Black eyes glazed over, and a light shiver passes him.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility.
The trembling mouth appears.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir any. No reaction.
Did you take this passport and other papers from
the spirit?
He hears us.
No reply.
Try something else?
Nothing. Just dull stare. The last ember.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. This site is a T9, Mr. Dross.
Silence. Not even the plastic cape flaps. The blacks of his eyes are receding.
Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasm.
There's much more. Remember what it said?
That could be part of the shock. But you're right.
No response.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Mr. Dross. The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has... He did seem distressed when it finally came to arrest. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this.
No one would believe you without it.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get... Yes?
Greasy old.
The offer still stands.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there. In the blanket feels cold. You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Sleep. Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the... Okay, don't say you need to talk right away, but you don't even want to talk to her. Let her go. This is the holy queen of the territories of Muindi and Insulinda. Think of the historic knowledge we could...
Hey. I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. Wow, see? The entire case.
She's trying to
I told you. Good things can still happen. Exactly. Now.
This is everything I always...
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush. Oh, this. This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is...
She looks at the suitcase, not...
Anyway. No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now. Your feet still tremble from the... She is not kissing you back. Feels like soft fuzz, the world's most... Her chest rising like a pillar, hidden, distant, kept safe from you. The delicate wreath on her forehead, pressing. Her hand does not return. Distrust. Nothing, just pillows against you. This was not about fate. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard not to look at you. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have...
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head. She shakes her head one...
No, Harry. Not yet. I'm pregnant. Yes. He did it. I terminated yours. Don't you remember, you poor fuck? You poverty-stricken fuck. Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else.
No, this has to end. More questions. Ask more.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it. That's not what figurines do, Harry.
She looks at the headless found rider between you. The figurines don't do... Yes, I thought a form of communication would... Yes, it was a good idea. But she felt obliged by the headless found rider.
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome. I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless fallen rider. We both said a lot of things.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender lock.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
You need to recite it to her. Yeah. Put a stake through your heart. She'll get hurt too. Collateral damage.
Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this. Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now? Very well. I wrote it. It was morning. It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below.
And my crown of immortality? No. You scared, can't you see? I can never think you're cool again.
It wouldn't be a cheap rental this time.
No, it's too late. I found someone for whom I feel the same.
Your heart burns.
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny? Stop laughing like that, please. It's scary. It's here. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 meters from the stop. There. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became the coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants. Smoking. The first and worst time I fell in love. Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now? Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about.
Don't let her go there. You should redo the topics. Go over everything.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm Yes. I won't see you, but you will see me. Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see? I'm already in right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti-frutti chewing gum. Oh yes, this is real darkness. See you tomorrow.
You're up quick. How was your sleep? Okay.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 on the islet. There is almost no wind, like a silent orchestra tuning, a silent hiss. See the faraway roar of the city, a low hum. The air flows out of a pillbox window. The col de Mamadakwa.
Yes? It is. Is that why we are stopping?
The lieutenant nods. The skiff is swaying on the...
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight, but for the sound of conversation on the water. Two men and a woman stand on the concrete. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought in. I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear. Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
Whatever this is, it is completely This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags.
That's right. And you're some kind of murder machine. Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton. Actually, are you? Are you still a cop? They're so...
Vic, calm down.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on...
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vicomar, and this is your special task force.
or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the...
The scene is making even him feel as though he has...
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in...
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi. Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe...
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to... My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on...
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got?
What does he have to say for himself? Shit kid. What an interesting Monica.
You. Shit kid.
Despite all that you've done, the deserter, the phasm...
No, because of all that you've done. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Shit kid. He didn't betray you. He just told us the direction you went in. Who's Sylvie? Super. Whore. Foreigner.
And people on the street helped us too.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legend, guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long?
He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
Lieutenant, my name is not Rose-Faced Woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends. Right, sir.
Yes, I'm Trond Heidelstam. Mikhail? Mikhail's my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted... What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. Like partial psycho...
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. He doesn't remember.
See? He really doesn't remember.
Yeah, that's very good. God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die. Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You would... None of us wanted to see the abyss. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain...
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without sleep.
Meaning, you forgot both who you...
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why?
And what is that?
That is what I thought, at first. That it was a fantasy. But I've seen him work. It's not. He...
Lieutenant, I'm sorry, but you've been bewitched by the shit.
Detective Vigmer. He has blacked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more...
So you don't remember the 2 cases in your ledger? The unsolvable case. Those cases were hard on...
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we... Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the hardwired to the free market. He just...
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not...
Leadership, now.
No, Harry. Fuck you. You already fucked us. I've already explained this shit to Bryce twice. To Berdyayeva 4 times. I'm your partner.
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it
Lie. Just bide your time. Ask something. Then lie.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Tequila sunset. Not sunrise because you're almost dead. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge. We're not armor cops. We're cops. People don't know us by your armor. They know the thing that tells people you're a police officer.
He squints at it, trying to ascertain if it's not a blue candy wrapper.
Okay, and your gun?
What is it with all these material objects?
He has it. I thought it was in the ocean. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. We're not talking about the fucking gun anymore. We're talking about the vaporizer.
This is so unfair. He knows you have the gun and...
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost. Is your gun... So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why?
He's wounded. It's been a long week and he's handled an actual corpse.
Without a reply, the satellite officer covers his nose.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape. A certain...
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Oh, well. If she was nice. Or the fact that you're Evra Claire's little peony now, compared to the 6 people who were gunned down. That's true.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The lost detective. It's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this. A million.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to...
He thinks of apologizing, but...
You've spent the week with him, on this case.
The case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. Other still, he is also a Mazovian socio-economist who believes in liquidating the ruling class. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the drugs, of course. Amphetamine, mostly. But despite all this, he can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has, well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke. Which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid. You hear gasps beneath the howling.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia. He fell into a
So it is
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to...
It's not that okay. Get off the...
Female?
You had to see it. It had the
Incredible. Were there...
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet. As in cloning itself? What makes you think? Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male.
That makes sense.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely...
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guide.
Yes, but also reed-colored.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional.
This would really help with some of the...
Absolutely, this is great. This does...
Without it...
You're doing good here. Perhaps quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Lilianovich. A revolution. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich. This man's mother was Lilian.
So, it...
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich...
A strange psychosexual fascination. The result of spending all this time in solitude. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
Masterpiece. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It will pass. In time.
Yes, yes. Fallen through a gap in a boat.
The body was transported to Precinct 41.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry.
Still, good work with the missing person.
It's still a point for you.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is. Why? That's not...
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness.
Of course. Call it community outreach.
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment it seemed like you would...
I don't want to, but you discovered the news, so I have to.
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to...
Okay. We have vehicles in the square.
Now you will finally get to know who... The man looks westward, jingling his car keys.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the shot put. Some of your more...
Also, this god, even this javelin throwing freak here.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you towed gym in Coron. I believe that's the term.
The smell of sweat and glue.
High school. Harry, you're
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym.
I knew it.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fuck.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the them.
Dora something. Dora Ink.
Not Dora.
Something like that. Half Vazan. No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was, yeah, or 7. You're not doing too incredibly bangable.
He is very passionate about it.
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous...
Snow welkin. Heartbreak, pain, well...
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real...
Look, The sun is about to go down.
I think she taught in the Academy des Arts, east of the My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
No. You're too unstable to work for my boss.
I assure you.
He would immediately back
us. With the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the...
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It isn't.
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean. Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean.
They are damn iconic, though.
Yeah, not like us. Too clinically... God. There are 4 wings, Harry.
There's also a lot of outside help.
He's anything but a loser.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly...
Somewhere under the curved roof of a... They speak of change. The city.
Okay. It's not the bloody murder station.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is...
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is Lena?
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you...
Fine. If we're gonna drop your...
She and her husband were conducting the... They should know as soon as possible. It would do...
She is going to be over the moon.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most... Detective. We just stopped a small-scale war. Something is... I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RC. Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering. Work with... Price? And...
Would fit in. And this truly came as a surprise to him.
Flattered. Your Lieutenant gets around.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to...
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a...
Under the afternoon sky, the great... You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. Alone, Torson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Lickman? Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back?
you